What is happening? Hello, and welcome to something different. Welcome to something different. I, as you may know, am Rourke, and you may think of me as somebody who plays video games, talks about video games, but never does the two at the same time. Well, I'm here to prove you wrong. I am being deafened by this audio, so I'm just going to take this headphone out real quick. I have never really been one for doing the whole talking while gaming thing, but I figured, you know, there's no harm in trying. I don't know if this will ever see the light of day, but basically the thought process behind this was, I am going to be doing an episode of Rourke on Luigi's Mansion 2. I'm going to be sat down playing the entire game anyway. Why not add some commentary and throw it up on the second channel? Again, no idea if this will see the light of day. I don't know if I can talk enough to make this entertaining, but we shall see what we shall see. So, the way I imagine this is it'll pretty much just be like I'll put the raw file into some sort of fancy format for the most, but for the most part it'll probably remain mostly unedited. But that's, you know, subject to change. So yeah, let's just get into some Luigi's Mansion 2. I should probably put my earphone back in. So, yeah, I'm just gonna start on a new file, and we can get going. Dun 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 dun. I always loved the opening cutscene in this game. The opening cutscene that is still in progress, so I will be quiet.
Huh? Oh.
Luigi! I need your help, Sonny. It's an emergency. The ghosts have gone hostile. What are you doing on the floor?
Oh.
Never mind that. I'm preparing the pixel shifter.
No.
Hold still, young fella.
No.
Here we go. Can you imagine if you had been, I don't know what Luigi gets up to in his nightlife, but, you know, You've had a fairly standard night. You wake up and suddenly your atoms are decomposed and sent through a screen to a strange old man's underground chambers. You'd probably be freaking out too. I don't blame Luigi for being hesitant here. But Egad's just thrilled with what he's done. Greetings, Luigi. I knew our paths would cross again. Sorry, I can't read. You seem awful tense, Sonny. Relax. We're perfectly safe here in this impenetrable bunker. Anywho, it's been too long, my boy. What have you been up to? It was a long time since the last time Egad had seen Luigi, in all fairness. I imagine you've been off adventuring with that daredevil brother of yours. Me? Oh, I've just been continuing my research on paranormal happenings and whatnot. In fact, after our last adventure, I became something of an authority in the field. But enough about that. Let me fill you in on our ghostly predicament. See that on the screen? That there is the Dark Moon. It's a mysterious celestial body that has a pacifying effect on all the ghosts in Evershade Valley. When I heard about it, I jumped at the rare chance to study ghosts in a peaceful environment. It was incredible, my boy. I was conducting the best research of my long and storied career. That is, until something snapped inside the ghosts, and they suddenly got all hostile. It got so bad, I had to escape from the gloomy manor and hide here, where the ghosts can't find me. Of course, I'm not one for just sitting around. I wanted to know why the ghosts had freaked out. So I settled in and did some research to figure out what had happened. That's when I discovered something truly astonishing. The Dark Moon had vanished from the sky. And on top of that, the whole of Evershade Valley had become enveloped in an eerie fog. Now, I can't be sure, but I think the disappearance of the Dark Moon is what caused all this mess. And what a mess it is! If we don't put things right, the ghosts might leave the valley and cause trouble throughout the world, and Luigi simply does not care. Worse still, my research will go to waste. We can't let that happen, my boy. Fortunately, I know where to start. Let me show you something. Da-da-da-da. I found a Dark Moon fragment nearby. The thing must have been broken. But there's something else too. See how this piece is corrupted with some kind of energy? I reckon it's a disruptive energy that suppresses the Dark Moon's ability to pacify ghosts. But lucky for us, I've got inventions for all kinds of situations. Stand back, Sonny. Put it on the turntable of magical cleaning. It's like a car wash, except for it gets rid of clouds. Not sure how that works, but, you know, Egad probably does. I've done it, Luigi. It seems to have regained its original power. And did you hear that whooshing noise outside, youngster? Let me check my instruments. Sorry, I just realised what Luigi was doing during that. And you know what? I agree with him. Criminy! All the fog around the bunker. It's gone. Quick, let's take a look at my map. of Evershade Valley. Luigi, do you know what this means? We should be able to reach the gloomy manor now. But more importantly, it means that restoring the Dark Moon will solve all our problems. If we find all of the Dark Moon pieces, the fog in the valley will vanish and the ghosts will return to normal. But until then, all these ghosts need to be contained. And that's where you come in, Luigi. Why, you're the best ghost wrangler I know, son! How many ghost wranglers do you know? Oh. I swear, I didn't read that before I made that joke. Coincidentally, you're also the only Ghost Wrangler I know. So, what do you say, Sonny? Will you help me capture the ghosts and restore the Dark Moon? Oh, of course you will. It'll be just like old times. Don't be sad, Luigi. You get another moment in the spotlight. So, let's just jump straight into the first mission, because this game has a mission structure, which is quite the departure from the original game. But we'll talk about that later. What are you scared of, Sonny? It's just a few harmless ghosts. Well, a few hundred ghosts. And they're not exactly harmless. But looky here, with my brains and your we're in a bit of a pickle here, aren't we? Wow! Jesus. Well, the only way out of this mess is to restore the Dark Moon, which means you're going to need some ghost hunting gear, son. But wouldn't you know it, I left my new Poltergust 5000 somewhere inside the Gloomy Manor. So now that I've cleared that blasted fog from around the place, I'm sending you in to find it. Thanks. Don't ask. Just demand. It's fine. Look familiar? This customized DS has an interactive map of the Gloomy Manor on it. It'll also allow me to communicate with you while you're exploring. This is one of my favourite trends of the Luigi's Mansion series, taking a piece of Nintendo hardware and modifying it for the purposes of the game. I just think that's really cool, and quite charming, honestly. And it's mighty dark in there, so you'll want this torch. Okay, youngster, let's test the DS. And here we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the funkiest piece of music in all of gaming, and also people's biggest complaint with this game. So let's just touch to answer. Alrighty, now check your map. I'm marking an important location on it. That's the garage. I think that's where I left the Poltergust 5000. You ready, son? I'll zap you to the Gloomy Manor with my new and largely untested pixel shifter. That fills me with confidence. Let's hope all the pixels make it this time. I wonder what pixels Luigi's missing right now. It's clearly a very hidden, private area. Hold on to your mustache. And here we go. So, one thing I'm realizing right off the bat with this whole new setup is I can't talk for a long time without getting thirsty. So if you hear me sipping on a water bottle throughout this, please excuse that. And also, with the way I've got this set up, I have a 3DS with a capture card modded into it, and I've got that hooked up to my PC. So I genuinely don't know whether I should be looking at the 3DS screen or at my PC screen, but that's an issue I'm going to have to deal with. Anyway, we have jumped straight into gameplay. We are once again surrounded by crows. We've reached the garden. Or I guess it's not much of a garden. And Egad is already calling us.
Yellow.
Luigi, come in, Luigi. You there, young fella? Ah, there you are. You sure took your time. I was worried you turned off the volume on your DS. If only that were an option. Anywho, looks like everything's working, so we should be good. You look a bit nervous, son. Try to loosen up a bit. Besides, tiptoeing about won't get us anywhere. You can run by holding B while moving around. Now get going. So, Professor Egad's constant calls quite a point of contention with this game. You know, it's a much more linear experience than the original, and I promise I will try not to compare this game to the original so much throughout this. But it can't be understated that the calls, they can be a bit much. I'll explain what I mean later on, but for the time being, just keep in mind that Egad will be checking up on us quite a lot. And as we saw there, a couple of ghosts flew away with something that we definitely need. So we have no choice but to enter the mansion.
Hello.
Only Luigi could be so scared of a mouse. Let's go chase that thing. Yeah, this is going to be pretty rough commentary-wise because I'm just not used to doing this. I've never done a Let's Play format of video in a number of years, and even when I was doing it before, I was not good at it. The closest equivalent in the last few years is probably the video where I tested out Min Min in Smash Ultimate. And that's not a good video. So, you know, excuse any long pauses and ramblings, and we should be fine.
Wow.
I'd also like to note it has been a very long time since I played this game, so I'm going in more or less blind. You know, I remember the general gameplay and some scenarios, but to say I remember it in great detail would be a lie. It would be a lie. So, ta-da!
I do it. Oh.
Yeah, you go, Luigi. Okay, you stop, Luigi. Jesus. Hello, Professor Egad. Hello. Ah, you found it. Good work, Luigi. That there is the new and improved Poltergust 5000. It's simple to use. Press R to vacuum. Before you go hunting ghosts, why don't you test it out on some of the junk in that room? Go on, give her a whirl. So we have forfeited formal training, like in the original game, for some old blankets and piles of dust. But, you know, that's fine. I'm sure it's roughly equivalent. Take a shot every time Egad calls. You would be dead in hours. How are you liking the Poltergust 5000 so far, Luigi? Not too shabby, eh? Just wait until you catch some ghosts with the thing. There should be a few nearby. Thank you. So, much like the first game, one of the core elements of Luigi's Mansion 2 is just collecting as much treasure as humanly possible. And as is standard for this series, it is an incredibly satisfying thing to do. And you know, it doesn't serve much purpose as far as I remember, but just the simple act of collecting money is incredibly fun. So that kind of means it is its own incentive. Like, I want to do it for doing its sake, and if I get a reward from it, you know, that's a bonus. If we look out here, it's everyone's favourite character. And he's definitely not just the dog from Nightmare Before Christmas, I promise. What do you think a dead dog smells like? Anyway. We all know dogs have a scent. Don't pretend that they don't. There's so much to interact with in the environments in this game, and I think that's really, really cool. It was obviously the case in the original game, but you know, this game's on the 3DS, and I don't know, I still think it's impressive. There was a lot that just happened on the screen. Apologies, I did not mean for that to coincide. Spiders, oh no! Come here. And that was our first official kill of this game. Well, are the spiders ghosts? I'm sure the spiders were ghosts in the original, but I'm not sure if that's the case here. Oh yeah, I can't do this yet. No, that's fine. God, I'm so used to having the complete moveset for this game that I just forgot that I didn't already have it. What do you have to say, sir? Nothing. I want to know who's manning that security camera. Is someone watching us?
Huh.
Please explain to me what part of that was scary, Luigi. That was pantomime levels of silliness. Ah, I see. The same animation. Again. It's fantastic stuff. I wonder where they hid it. You'll never figure it out. And it's true, I won't ever figure it out. So, I guess this is where we end off this playthrough, ladies and gentlemen. I've also just realised I have no idea how long the, I don't know, episodes of this are going to be. I may split them up by mission, but that would make this first part extremely long. I don't know. I'll have a think about it, because we have currently been going for coming up on 23 minutes, and of course we've had almost as many EGAD calls as there has been minutes of this recording. Hello! Luigi, do you see that green circular panel on the wall? It unlocks the door. All you're gonna do is flash that... All you've got to do is flash it with your torch and... Criminy! Poltergust 5000 is missing the strobe bulb. You won't be able to open that door without it. Okay, I want you to look for a little green light bulb. Pesky ghosts must have hidden it. I wonder where? I'll never know. Off you go then. Like, okay. To some extent, I understand the whole hand-holding angle, but I probably could have reasonably deduced that that was a thing that I needed to collect, given how much focus the cutscenes had been putting on it. Granted, I might not have known what it was for, but also, this cutscene here could have explained it, so, you know.
Yeah. Oh. Ha ha. Oh, yeah.
Do another little dance. Do it. Do another dance.
Wow.
You know what? Close enough. Yes, that's what I mean. And he's back. He's back again. The man will never take a hint.
Oh. Yellow.
Whoa there, fella. Watch yourself. The strobe bulb isn't a toy. It's a powerful tool. It lets you activate any of my inventions that feature green circular panels. And it's mighty easy to use. Just aim your torch and press A to flash. Try it on the nearby door. Thank you, EGAD. This is what I'm saying. A lot of this exposition that EGAD gives, it's not entirely necessary. You know, you have to allow the player to figure these kind of things out. I swear to God, I can't even finish an explanation about why his calls aren't necessary without receiving a call.
Yellow.
That's the ticket, Sonny, but there's more. Using a strobe bulb flash on ghosts will stun them. Only then can they be captured. Got that? Now go show these ghosts what you're made of, my boy. If you would let me, I would be more than happy to. I'm not gonna spend this whole time complaining, don't worry, it's just one of my nitpicks about this game. And hopefully it's something that they'll clean up for the Switch version. Coming, presumably, after you're watching this. I sincerely do not know if that'll be the case, though. Anyway. The eerie music and darkness in the room means that there is a ghost nearby. And it's not in the toilet, which is a damn shame. Hello, hello. It is the return of Shower Ghost. Excuse me. Oh, I don't know if it's the fact that I am recovering from Christmas, or it's the fact that this game is so unbelievably Looney Tunes, but that got me. That really got me. That's so very rude. I was in the middle of becoming rich. You don't disturb a man in the process of becoming rich. Otherwise he will flash you. Nice. Oh, there's more. Hello. Die. Although you already did. You already did die. So,
Oh yeah.
I don't know, I guess stay dead? Be mad about it? I don't know. Trash talking a ghost is not an easy thing to do. But lucky for me, there's more ghosts to practice on. So... Oh, 2 for the price of 1. Nice. So, yeah, that's a thing that you can do. You can combo ghosts, I guess, by flashing multiple and then sucking them both in the same.
I do it.
I'm trying to think of a different word other than suck. And, well, hopefully you guys will have one for me. What do you have to say?
Yellow.
That's the spirit, Luigi. Literally. Ho ho, oh ho ho, ho. Just like old times, eh, fella? Alright, that's enough for now. I'll bring you back to the bunker.
Ciao.
We did it! And with that,
Oh yes.
it only took half an hour, but we have completed our first mission of Luigi's Mansion 2. And yes, it does have a mission structure. I think I might have mentioned that earlier, but that is also a big point of contention with this game. And if you want to know my opinion on it, I don't think it's as bad as people would have you believe it was. Obviously, I would prefer something more open, like 1 and 3, but just because it's different doesn't mean it's bad. But that's just my opinion. And I am more than likely objectively incorrect. So don't leave a comment because I know. I know this. You made it back, and with all of your pixels to boot. Good work, Sonny. We might just make it out of this mess. Let's see what you've sucked up with the Poltergust 5000. New ghost captured. I really like the ghost designs in this game, I'm not gonna lie. They're very wacky and cartoonish, and that's honestly most of the reason I like them. They don't need to be scary. They're just funny little things, and I enjoy looking at them with my eyes. Incredible! I'll start studying these ghosts post-haste. Eh? Wondering where that pipe goes? Everything you collect goes to a super safe vault below. I analyze it and make notes on the ghosts, like how many W's of what? Sorry, what? How many W's of spectral mass they have. Not gonna question that one. What? Did you think ghosts would be measured in pounds and ounces? No, I didn't, because I'm British. Oh, of course not. Anyway, be sure to look... I need to start taking more time before I go barreling into these sentences that I can't read. Anyway, be sure to take a look and check your progress now and then. Knowledge is power, after all. Okay, I'll scan the Gloomy Manor in search of more paranormal signals. I reckon the ghost that took the other Dark Moon pieces is hiding in there. Alright, I think we are going to leave that here for this episode. That only took 8 minutes according to the game, but according to OBS, it took 31 minutes. So, I would say, let me know down below if you think this should continue to be a thing, but realistically, by the time you see this, I already know if it's a thing or not. I will have recorded all of it. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I was able to keep it at least somewhat entertaining. I know that my commentary skills definitely leave a lot to be desired. I understand that. But, you know, hopefully this was still a somewhat enjoyable ride. So, yeah. If this does see the light of day, I will see you next time for the second mission of Gloomy Manor. I don't know how to outro these things. Goodbye.